Alright guys, welcome back. In this video we are going through some more examples using the power rule to find derivatives, and we're going to work through these 8 different examples we have here. Now just before we get started, this video is part of a full free course on calculus. It's accessible at engineerforfree.com/calculus, and the link is also in the description below. But the course has about 50 tutorials like this one, just going over everything you would find in Calculus 1, so stuff on basic functions, limits, derivatives, applications of differentiation, optimization, and integrals. So if you're looking for more help in calculus, definitely check out the course. The link is in the description below. But let's jump straight into the examples here. So for the power rule is very simple. When we have a function that has this form of x to the power of n, the derivative of that function is just, we bring down the n in front, and we reduce the exponent by n minus 1. So let's work through a couple examples here, and you'll see how it gets on. So to find the derivative here of x to the n, our first example, we're going to write that with the notation dx of x to the n. This is basically saying the derivative of x to the n is equal to, and we're just going to bring down the n. So in this case, n is equal to 9, so we're going to bring down 9. And then we have the x, and then the exponent gets reduced by 1, so we have 9 minus 1. And the derivative of this one is simply 9x to the 8. And the derivative of this expression is simply 9x to the power of 8. So if someone asked you to find the slope of this function at, let's say, x equals 5, you would just plug in 5 here, and the value would be the slope at that point. All right, let's move on to the next one here. So we want to find the derivative of 3x to the power of 5. So the way we write that is dx of 3x to the power of 5. This is going to be simple. With the 3, using the scalar rule, the 3 is just going to stay outside. This is the same thing as writing 3 times dx of x to the power of 5. Essentially what we need to do is we just need to bring down n out front. So we already have a 3 there. It's going to be multiplied by n, which is 5. And then the exponent gets reduced by 1. So we had 5 minus 1. So we're going to find here that the derivative of 3x to the 5 is 15x to the 4. So that is the derivative, or if someone was asking you again for the slope of this function at some point, let's say at x equals 20, you could just plug in 20 here, and the value that you get would be the slope of 3x to the 5 at x equals 20. All right, let's move on to the next one. We have 1 over x to the 3, and we want to find the derivative of this. Well, let's first of all rewrite this in a nicer form. 1 over x to the 3 is equal to x to the negative 3. Then if we want to take the derivative of this, so dx of x to the minus 3, this is now in the format that we can just simply apply the power rule. So n is negative 3, so we're going to bring that down. So we'll have negative 3. X, and then n minus 1, so we'll have negative 3 minus 1, and then the final answer for our derivative here is going to be negative 3x to that negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. And what you can actually do, if you are left with a negative exponent in the numerator, often we will want to bring that down for our final answer. So we're just going to have here negative 3 over x to the 4. But probably either of these would satisfy for a final answer. All right, so we now have the next function here, root 2 over x squared. This is the same thing as root 2 times x to the negative 2. So if we want to take the derivative of this expression, dx of root 2 times x to the negative 2, technically this is the same thing as pulling the scalar out. So this would be equal to root 2 times dx of x to the minus 2. And here we can really easily see what we need to do with the power rule. So we're going to bring down that negative 2, which is our n. So we have root 2 times negative 2 times x, and then we have n minus 1. So we had negative 2 minus 1 in the exponent. So this simplifies a little bit to negative 2 root 2 x to the negative 3, and we might want to bring down that negative exponent into the numerator, so we're going to be left with negative 2 root 2 over x to the power of 3 for the derivative of root 2 over x2. All right, so let's look at the next one here. We have 4x to the power of pi. We want to find the derivative of this. So we're going to write that as d dx of 4x to the pi. You can bring the constant out, or you can just go ahead with the power rule if you're comfortable with it by now. So this is just going to be equal to 4 times pi, because we're bringing down n, times x to the n minus 1. So n is pi, and we minus 1. And that's actually the answer. We can just write this 4 pi x to the pi minus 1. That is the derivative of 4x to the pi. All right, let's look at the next one here. We have root of x over 4. So we want to just get this more into a linear expression here. So let's just write this as 1 over 4 times root x. And we can also rewrite this as 1 over 4 times x to the power of 1/2. You always really want to get it to this expression with the exponent, and then you should be seeing really what to do here. So n is equal to 1, we're going to bring that down. So for the derivative of this expression, so d over dx of 1/4 x to the 1/2, the derivative of that expression is going to be equal to, it's going to be 1/4 times 1/2 times x to the n minus 1, so we have 1/2 minus 1 in the exponent. Now, the constant out front, 1/4 times 1/2 is equal to 1/8 x, and 1/2 minus 1 is actually negative half, so negative 1 over 2. So this simplifies to 1 over 8 times x to the half, which is also the same thing as 1 over 8 times root x. All right, so let's move to the next one. We have 2 times the cube root of x. Let's just rearrange this a little bit to make it nicer to look at. So we have 2 times x to the power of 1/3. If we want to find the derivative of this, we have d dx of 2x to the 1/3. So we're going to bring down that 1/3 for our derivative. So we have 2 times 1/3 x to the power of n, which is a third, minus 1. So we're going to be left with 2/3 x, and 1/3 minus 1 is equal to negative 2/3. So we can simplify this a little bit. So we're going to have 2 over 3 times x to the power of 2/3. And you can even rewrite this if you really want as 2 over 3 to the cube root of x all squared. And for the last one down here, if we want the derivative of the entire expression, we're going to go through it term by term using the power rule. So I'll just write it out front. So this is d dx of the whole thing is going to be equal to, well, the 4 is going to come down, so this is going to be 4 times 3. So that will be 12x to the 4 minus 1, which is 3. Then we go to the next term, which is going to be 3 times 2, so that will be 6x to the 3 minus 1, that will be squared, plus 2x, and then the exponent goes 2 minus 1, so that just becomes exponent of 1. Here we have 6x, so this just becomes plus 6, and then the derivative of the constant 12 is just going to be equal to 0, so that is the derivative. You can factor out a 2 if you really want, but I think I would probably just leave it in this format.